Kellster from youtube.com/Kellster Makeup here, and I am back. I know I've been gone for so long, like, I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry. But I'm back, and I have tutorial/review/comparison video for you. So, you know, get your Gatorade, get whatever you gotta get. Let's get started. Whew. Girl's a little parched. Okay, as you can see by the title, is a tutorial/review/comparison over the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I know some of y'all probably saw the swatches online that were really bad, like really bad. But some other YouTubers have reviewed the palette since then, and I can totally see the palette is totally poppin'. And I thought I would give y'all my perspective and honest review and opinion on the palette. So I'm gonna read the brief description that's on the back of the palette to you guys. It says, naked heats up. Get lit with 12 all new, can't live without amber hued neutrals, including warm browns, burnt oranges, and rich siennas. From a super smooth red-brown matte and a glimmering copper to a deep, shifty bronze, this palette has everything you need to create sultry daytime looks, intensely smoky nighttime looks, and everything in between. So I think the description is pretty enticing. So let's see what's up with this palette. This I love, like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Because these are like my tones. This is what I wear on like a daily basis. These are my colors. Now maybe I'm gonna need something a little bit darker because this shade doesn't seem like it's gonna be super dark, but we'll see. I'm not gonna judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these shadows to my lid, and then afterwards give you my honest opinion on, you know, how I think they perform. Okay, starting off this tutorial, I'm using my MAC eyeshadow primer, and I really like this. I think that it helps eyeshadow stop from creasing, so I've been enjoying this primer. So I'm going to start off with the shade Low Blow, and I'm just using a fluffy brush to blend this back and forth in the crease, and as you can see, I was really feeling the pigmentation on this color, and I'm just using this as my transition shade. I kind of want to do a soft blown out smoky eye or something like that, maybe like a cut crease, so I just want to start off with some transition shades, and as you can see, this palette has some really good ones. Next, I'm taking the shade Sauced out of the palette, and I'm going to use that and blend that just above the Low Blow shade that I applied, just continuing to softly buff everything out to really get a nice diffused color. Next, I'm going in with the shade He Devil. Picking up on that same blending brush, I'm going to take that in deep into the socket of the crease and blending, buffing back and forth, building up this color. I just kind of want to see how these shades blend together. And from what you can see, they blend really well. These colors are very buildable, they're very pigmented. And next I'm going into the shade In Fuego. And using that duo-ended brush that comes to the palette, I'm going to take this deeper into the crease on the outer end. And I decided I'm going to do a cut crease with this look, so I'm really kind of blending this on the outer V into the crease, back and forth, really deepening up that crease area. Then I'm taking the shade Ashes, and that same duo-ended brush, taking the other end, I'm patting that in that outer V area, kind of placing that color and blending it in to the eye socket of the crease. And as you guys can see, these shadows blend so well together. And now I'm taking a little concealer and put this on the back of my hand. And I'm just cutting the crease with this concealer. I like to go a little bit above my lid area because I have hooded eyes, so with doing a cut crease, it's always best to go above the lid a little bit. And I'm not doing like a full-on cut crease, just about halfway. I just want to kind of give a sharp look for the inner part of the eye. And as I place this down, I'm going to pick up the shade Lumbre And it's a really beautiful gold copper duochrome shade, and I'm applying this shade wet to get the fullest effect of this shadow and patting it on with a brush. And as you can see, it goes on really smoothly, and by applying it wet, it really intensifies that color. And these shadows are all very metallic, very beautiful, but applying them wet really does intensify them. And now using that same brush just flipped over, I'm going to take the shade Ember, which is a really beautiful duochrome shade that shifts between a black and bronzy shimmer. And I'm applying that just in the center of the lid, blending into the shade I applied on the lid. And to really intensify this cut crease, I'm going to use this Duo Metallic Glitter Liner from Tarte Cosmetics. It's in the shade Rose Gold. One side is a metallic liner and the other side is a really pretty glitter, and I'm just going to apply both of those to cut that crease and to intensify it. Now I'm going into the shade Cayenne, and I'm applying that on the lower lash line using that brush provided by the Heat palette. And now I'm taking another brush and I'm applying the shade Ashes closer to the lash line. And now it's time for mascara. I'm using this really pretty mascara from Tarte. I think it's an okay mascara. I just really love the way the tube looks. And now I'm using these really nice Korean lashes. I believe they're Korean. I think Korean lashes that I got off eBay a long time ago. And now for my highlight, I'm using the shade Ounce. And just applying that as my highlight. It's so pretty. It's like a white shade with a gold reflex. And for my lip liner, I'm using MAC Cork lip liner. And I'm using this kind of bronzy nude lip palette from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm just blending a few colors together to kind of get the perfect nude. I really haven't used this palette too much, and I thought, hey, why not use it in this tutorial? Now using my Anastasia Glow Kit, I believe this is the Sun Dip one, and I'm applying the bronzy shade and the kind of rose gold shade together for my highlight to get like a really beaming, glowing highlight. And to finish off this look, for finishing touches, I'm just going to add some mascara to my bottom lash line. Okay guys, so this is the look that I created using the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette to do like the cool little glitter liner cut crease thing. So yeah, this is what I created using the palette. I will say the palette is awesome. The colors go on so smooth. They're so buttery. They're so creamy. Really good, like knocked out of the park Urban Decay. I have to give it to you. This palette is really, really freaking awesome. And I love the fact that like I can use every color and not like waste my money. You know what I'm saying? Because like with some of the other Urban Decay Naked series palettes, I really didn't get a lot of use out of certain colors because I just felt like the color wouldn't look good on me, or it wasn't like, you know, catering to my skin tone. Whereas this Naked Heat palette is really popping on brown skin tone. Let me tell you, it is like, it looks so good. And plus I love these tones. Like I wear reddy, brown, burgundy, burnt tones all the time. And I'm just gonna show in comparison to the other ones. So first, starting off, I have the original Naked palette. This is Naked 1, I guess you call it. And first things first, you can see obviously this has the felt kind of faux velvet packaging. Mine never got torn up. I know some people's got like really banged up, but like mine never really did, except for like the gold right here started like cracking a little bit, but like mine's in pretty good shape. And it's real old. I think I still have everything in it. Comes with a really small mirror in comparison to the Heat palette, which has a really big mirror in it, so it has like a smaller mirror. And I don't know if y'all remember, but when the Naked palettes first came out, you could choose between getting the brush with it or the duo eyeliner that came with it. I don't know if y'all remember that, but yeah, like when the first Naked palette came out, there were like two versions, the one that had the liner and the one that had the brush. I got the one with the brush, and as you can see, the Urban Decay Naked one comes with a single shadow brush here. And I'll just place both palettes next to each other so you can kind of see. Let's see here, same kind of color concept, you know, from lightest to darkest on the end, but definitely nothing similar about the palettes whatsoever. Definitely different. Here is a comparison of Naked Heat to the regular Naked palette. I have the Naked 2 palette to compare it to. This is what the Naked 2 looks like. Obviously, this is when the giant mirror came into factor in the more metallized packaging. So this is it, and it has a duo-ended brush, so I guess this is when they decided to do all the new things, really. This is a comparison of the Naked 2 to the Naked Heat. As you see, the Naked 2, if you were a cool tone girl like pale Barbie, you'll definitely love the Naked 2. I enjoy the Naked 2 too, but it is very, very, very cool tone in my opinion. And there are some colors, I believe like 1 or 2 colors that are in the Naked 1 palette as well. The Naked 3, and this is like probably my second favorite packaging. The Naked Heat being my first favorite packaging. I love this like, I don't know, this rippled effect. Really, really nice. It also is on the back. And then pop it open. I have all my brushes in here. I'm like really good about keeping my brushes in my palettes for some reason. But again, the giant mirror, and then here is the colors. The Naked 3 compared to the Naked Heat. As you can see, Naked 3 is obviously rose gold delicious. Love it so much. Naked 3 is probably my favorite of the Naked series. Well, until this Naked Heat came out. But Naked 3 has been my favorite so far up until the Naked Heat has came out. So last but not least, oh shit, just dropped it. Cry. Last but not least, I have the Naked Smoky palette, and as you can see, it's still in the box. Like, I bought this 6 months ago, but I haven't used it. So I can't really say or attest to like how good this palette is because I have yet to ever use it. I bought it because it like goes on sale like every 6 months now, like on either Sephora or Ulta, and it's like $27. So when I saw it for $27, I was like, oh, well, I love the other Naked palettes. Let me just get the Naked Smoky. So, and looking at this packaging, this is the closest packaging, in my opinion, to the Naked Heat. It definitely has that kind of like same style in the front. You can see that these two Naked palettes have nothing in common. This is like cool tone, crazy. There's lots of blues and cool tones, and this is obviously super red. So yeah, I can see these are like exact opposites really in color tone, but both really, really pretty. Maybe I'll do some looks in the fall using this Naked Smoky palette since it is so accessible and easy to grab. Okay, so I think I've went and touched on everything. So now I guess what's left is for me to do the swatches. So I'm gonna swatch each color on my arm to show you how pigmented these colors are and show you what they look like on deep skin tone like mine. Okay, so we're gonna go through and do each shade. So first is the shade Ounce. I just did a 1-2 swipe. This is Ounce. The next one is Chaser. And just like gliding my fingers in this palette, I can feel how buttery soft these shadows are. So that's Chaser. For real guys, these shadows are super buttery. Next is Sauced. And that's Sauced. Definitely like a nice, really beautiful transition shade. Next one is Low Blow. That's Low Blow. It's literally like, it's a little bit darker than my skin tone. Next one is Lumbre, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the shade I have on my lid. This shade is really, really beautiful. It is a duochrome. It's like a shifting shade. It's gold. Base color of like, as you can see, it turns like peachy or coppery. So it's gold and then turns coppery. So it's like a shifting duochrome shade. Next shade in the palette is He Devil. Oh, so pretty. The next shade is Dirty Talk. Swatch it here. That's Dirty Talk. Really pretty. I think this is a shifting shade too. The shade is Scorched. Swatch that next to it. And that's Scorched. Dirty Talk and Scorched are kind of similar, but I definitely think different enough to have them both in the palette because I love shades like this. So to have ones that are just similar but slightly different, I don't mind because I love shades like this. So if one runs out, you know, from like constant use, you still have the other and you still don't feel bad. Feel like you have to buy a whole new palette. The next one is Cayenne. And that's Cayenne there. A little bit darker, a little bit more purple in the shadow color, definitely. I can see that. The next one is In Fuego. So like a deeper shade than this one, so slightly deeper. But I love both of those shades. So pretty. So pretty. The next one is Ashes. That's Ashes. The last one is Amber, which, oh, I can't wait to use this in an all bronzy smoky eye. Like, do you see that color? Do you see that color? So pretty. These shadows are super, super pigmented. Very, very buttery. I really think Urban Decay stepped their game up with this palette. If you guys have got through this whole video and you've enjoyed it, please don't forget to thumbs up and also subscribe if you want to watch more videos featuring me. But I would love it if you would. And don't forget to hit the notification button because it allows you to know anytime I upload a new video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome, wonderful day. I love you so much. Bye.